locomotor and orthopedic impairment. Impairment refers to a loss, alteration, or abnormality in a body structure or bodily function. Orthopedic impairment specifically denotes a structural abnormality or deficit within the musculoskeletal system, such as bones, joints, or aligned tissues that hinders normal bodily functioning and physical movement. The Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016 associates locomotor disability with limitations in movement resulting from conditions affecting the musculoskeletal or nervous system. It recognizes several conditions within this area, including persons cured of leprosy, persons with cerebral palsy, persons with dwarfism, persons with muscular dystrophy, persons surviving acid attack, and persons with other locomotor disabilities. However, learners within the same category may have very different functional needs. Let us see the general characteristics of different persons coming under these categories. We are trying to understand the characteristics through their functional impact on the learner. Mobility. The learner may have difficulty with walking, standing, changing position, climbing stairs, or moving around the school. Some learners may walk independently, while others may require mobility aids or assistance. Posture and balance. Some learners may have difficulty maintaining a stable sitting or standing posture, balancing the body, or remaining in one position for a prolonged period. This can affect their comfort and concentration during classroom activities. Use of hands and upper limbs. Depending on the impairment, there may be difficulty in grasping, holding, manipulating, or controlling objects. For example, writing with a conventional pen, using scissors, handling laboratory materials, or operating certain classroom equipment may require adaptation. Fine and gross motor activities. Activities involving precise hand movements or larger body movements may take more time, effort, or assistance. A learner may understand a task perfectly well but may need additional time to physically complete it. Fatigue and physical effort. Some learners may experience fatigue, pain, weakness, or reduced endurance. Consequently, an activity that appears simple to other learners may require considerably more physical effort from them. Participation in classroom and school activities. The difficulty may extend beyond academic tasks to games, practical activities, field trips, assemblies, movement between classrooms, and other school activities. Now let us see, how can a teacher identify the students from the educational perspective? Teachers do not diagnose locomotor or orthopedic impairments. Diagnosis and certification belong to the appropriate medical and assessment professionals. However, teachers are often in a position to notice functional difficulties such as difficulty in moving around the classroom or school, maintaining a comfortable sitting position, holding or manipulating learning materials, writing within the available time, participating in practical or physical activities, or accessing particular classroom spaces or facilities. Therefore, keen observation and listening are important. Let us see the educational implications and inclusive practices. The goal is not to change the learner to fit the classroom. It is to make the classroom flexible enough to accommodate the learner. A learner with locomotor or orthopedic impairment may require adaptations in the way learning is accessed, activities are performed, achievement is demonstrated, and assessed. Flexibility in teaching learning. teachers may need to provide alternative ways of participating in an activity. For example, where writing is physically difficult, appropriate alternatives such as oral responses, typing, or a scribe may be considered according to the learner's needs. Typing or a scribe may be considered according to the learner's needs. Classroom and environmental adaptations. Depending on the learner's needs, adaptations may include accessible entrances and pathways, appropriate seating and desk arrangements, sufficient space for movement or mobility aids, accessible toilets and other facilities, suitable height and positioning of learning materials. Adaptation of learning activities. Teachers should examine whether a physical requirement of an activity is actually essential to the learning objective. Activities can therefore be modified in terms of time, method of response, material used, physical effort required, and manner of participation. Assistive devices and technology. Technology can reduce many physical barriers. Depending on the learner's needs, assistive solutions may include adaptive keyboards or pointing devices, speech-to-text tools, text-to-speech tools, tablets or computers, digital learning materials, alternative writing tools, and mobility or positioning supports. Let us see now assessment. What are the considerations need to be made by a teacher in terms of assessment? Assessment should provide the learner with a fair opportunity to demonstrate learning. Where necessary, flexibility, as we mentioned earlier, may be provided in time, mode of answering, writing arrangements, use of technology, physical positioning, and other appropriate examination accommodations. The purpose is not to lower the learning standard, but to remove an irrelevant physical barrier to demonstrating achievement. Participation and peer support. Inclusion should go beyond simply allowing the learner to remain in the classroom. The learner should have opportunities to participate in group activities, practical work, games and co-curricular activities, discussions, school events, and peer interaction. Challenges. What could be the challenges in the implementation of all these? Physical accessibility is one of the challenges. Older school infrastructure may not have been designed to accommodate learners with disabilities. Attitudes, overprotection, sympathy, or low expectations can sometimes become greater barriers than the physical impairment itself. Lack of resources. Schools may face limitations in both human resources and material resources, including trained personnel, assistive devices, and adaptive learning materials. The more important question for an inclusive teacher is not what can this learner do, but what can I change in the environment, teaching method, activity, or assessment so that the learner can participate and demonstrate what they know.